everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a video for you of what books to read if you want to change your habits or become a better person or even to change your life. And so we're going to start out with this first one, The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. This one is by Mark Manson. I actually have a Facebook book club where we vote on books to read each month and then we do a discussion. And so this is the book, since for January we were doing self-help, this is the book that won that vote. And so if you're interested, if you want to read this book and you want to be part of our discussion, I will link the Facebook group down below. There's like 300 or so people in there. It's kind of small, so it's actually nice where we all get to kind of like discuss and talk, and it's very positive. But one of the reasons why I picked this book was I really liked how it's not like a lot of the other habit books where it just kind of tells you like, oh, you need to, just do good habits and you'll become successful. Like, it does say that not everybody can be extraordinary. There are winners and losers in society, and some of it is not fair or your fault. So this book is going to talk about how to embrace our fears and faults and uncertainties, and how we can begin to find the courage and confidence we desperately seek. So I really like this because, especially with being a YouTuber, I see all these big YouTubers and they're very successful, and it makes me wonder, like, will I ever become that? I do feel very successful with the 300 subscribers that I do have. Thank you so much, everybody. But it kind of makes me wonder sometimes, like, oh, am I doing this for no reason? Or do my subscribers even really watch my videos? Or, things like that. I want to make videos that you guys like, but I also want to make videos that I enjoy making. And so this will definitely be a good book, I feel, for, not embracing my fears and just kind of going out there and getting it no matter how many other big YouTubers are popular. This is the first read that I'm going to be reading in January. Now, this book is Better Than Before, Mastering the Habits of Our Everyday Lives. This one is by Gretchen Rubin, and she actually wrote the book The Happiness Project, which I actually also want to read, but it had a major hold at the library right now because, of course, everybody's probably doing those for January. So I got this one since it's about habits, and I did start reading a little bit at the beginning. And what I like about it is that she talks about how there's like 4 or 5 different types of people, like that. It depends upon who you are and how you can master your habit. So for instance, if you're like an obliger, you like to do things for other people, and so that's the thing that like keeps you motivated and actually keeps you doing your habits. And so, if you're an obliger, if you have a gym buddy and your gym buddy is like telling you to go to the gym, you go to the gym not for yourself, but kind of for your gym buddy. And so it's really interesting the different types of people that she says there are. And I mean, I fully agree with all these different types of people. There's some people that they do things for themselves that, if they want to do it, they're going to do it. And I know a lot of those people are successful, but there's not a lot of those. And so this book is kind of interesting. She just goes through like, why do we find it tough to create a habit for something we love to do? Or sometimes we can change a habit overnight, and sometimes we can't change a habit no matter what. And why is that? How quickly can we change a habit? How can we keep our healthy habits when we're surrounded by temptations? So I'm really, really excited to read this book. I do love habits. I did make a lot for the new year, and so I'm very interested to read this one and even the other ones that she has. And this book is Rewire, Change Your Brain to Break Bad Habits, Overcome Addictions, and Conquer Self-Destructive Behavior by Richard O'Connor. And this one, he is also the author of Undoing Depression. So this book, I feel like, is more towards if you have an addiction or maybe depression or anxiety, because it talks about procrastination, overeating, chronic disorganization, staying in bad situations, excessive worrying, risk-taking, passive aggression, and self-medication. So, I mean, of course, I don't have all those things, but I really did want to read this, especially because it is written by a doctor, so it's more about how our brain works with habits and not just things for you to do. And definitely with like procrastination or even excessive worrying, I feel like I am kind of a worry person, or I worry about what people think about me. And so I definitely want to read this just to kind of have a more positive outlook, I guess, on those items. But this says, by learning valuable skills and habits, including mindfulness, self-control, confronting fear, and freeing yourself from mindless guilt, we can open ourselves to vastly more successful, productive, and happy lives. So, again, I mean, I feel like I'll get some information out of this. I feel like it'd be very good for a lot of people, especially if you have an addiction or you're overcoming something like that. And then the last one, this is probably the second book I'm gonna read for the month. This is The Power of Habit, Why We Do What We Do in Life and Business by Charles Duhigg. I'm not sure if that's how you say it, but I'm really excited to read this book because I feel like it's kind of a self-help book and a business book put together. This book is going to, again, go through habits, but it also goes through, for instance, why was she able to transform her life? She has quit smoking, she ran a marathon, and she was promoted at work. It'll just tell you how the patterns in her brain like were able to change these things, or why certain companies, like, they will try and sell a new product, but it was a big flop. But if they change like a pattern or a slight shift in advertising, it goes to earn $1 billion a year. So this is a really interesting book because I feel like it's habits, but it's along with your business. So for being a YouTuber, or especially if you are an entrepreneur and you're just working at home or something like that, this is kind of like habits for your business and how you can change those in order to be more successful. So I'm very excited to read these. If you have read any of these books, please leave a comment down below if you've liked it or if you didn't like it, or if you have any other recommendations. I am trying to read 75 books this year for my Goodreads challenge, which I have my Goodreads account linked down below. And so I don't want those to be all fun books. I want to have some self-help, some like positive books, and some business books. So if you have any recommendations, I would love to hear those. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and thanks for watching. Bye.